Hello guys, welcome to another Honda Element video. Today I'm going to show you how to replace the window regulator and motor. This is a 2009 Honda Element. Let me show you what the car is doing. So when I turn the key on and then I come to the master switch, and then if I go up or down, you guys can hear the noise. If you're having that noise, or if you don't have any noise and the window is not going up and down, then there is a chance that your window motor is broken. In this case, you can hear the motor, but you can also hear the cable like it's broken. So that sound is doing is for a cable that is broken. So I'm going to replace that, and this is the driver's side. And I hope this video helps you how to replace it by your own. So let me take out the key and let me show you. Okay, so this is the part that I'm using right here. It's from Dorman, and the part number is 748131. The part number might change depending of the year of your Element. This is a 2008, so just make sure that you get the right part for your specific vehicle. Okay, and as you see, this one comes the whole thing. It comes the motor and it comes the cable, which is called the regulator, and this is made by Dorman, which is a really good brand. Of course, it's always recommended to replace it with the OEM original equipment from Honda, but if as a second option, this is a really good option. Okay, so tools I need is sockets. Most likely I'm just going to use the 10mm. I'm going to use a ratchet, 3/8 ratchet, something to remove the plastic, which you can use a pick. Pick is very helpful for this kind of plastic removals. I'm going to use a flashlight and a Phillips screwdriver. You don't have to have one of these cordless guns, but if you have, then it's always good because it's going to speed up the job. So the first thing we are going to do, guys, is if you come here in the panel, in this size, you see this plastic cover. You have to remove that plastic cover, and then if you come here where by the handle is, then there is another plastic cover. You have to also remove that, and the way to remove that is you're just gonna go with the pin very carefully, pry on this, and then as you see it there, is out. And same with this one right here. You just gotta install the pin and very carefully pry on this, and then it's going to be out. So that's out, and I'm just gonna put it here so I don't lose any parts. And then I get my Phillips screwdriver, and right here has 2 Phillips screw, and then you're gonna completely remove that. And that's out. I'm gonna put it right here, and then you come here and then you also remove that Phillips screw over there. So let's take it out. I already took it out, and then you have to remove this corner plastic, and the way to remove it is you're just gonna pull it out. So it's very easy to remove. As you can see here in the back, is held by this white pin over here, and then it has these 2 pins, so they just press in. Okay, so when you put it back, you just press it in. So let's put this by the side. And now, guys, we are also gonna do this to remove this part. Guys, it's a little bit tricky. Okay, so please be careful because you might end up breaking it. So the trick for this is that you gotta to remove this part. Guys, it's a little bit tricky. Okay, so please be careful because you might end up breaking it. So the trick for this is that you gotta pry on this part. So just pry. I will show you how. I'm just gonna use this rag so I don't damage the paint of the car. And then you're gonna go like this, and then you pry like that. Look how easy it is to take it out. If you don't do that, then you're gonna end up breaking it. Okay, so as you see here in the back, the clip goes like that, so that's why I'm prying on that side. That's why I'm prying on this side. Okay, and after that you're going to remove the speaker cover, which is really easy to remove. You might not need any tool to remove it. Like right now, you see I just like press it down, I press it out, and it's out very easy. But if you cannot do it just with your hand, you can just use like a flat screwdriver and press it out. Okay, and then I'm going to remove these 3 Phillips screwdrivers, and that won't be a bad idea too for people who are having really bad noise on their stereo, to replace the speakers, because as you see the speaker is broken here, and this is very normal in Hondas. After 8 to 10 years they break, all speakers they break. So let's remove these 3 Phillips screwdriver, and then unplug the connector, which is really easy. You just press on these 2 tabs and then you pull. And now we're gonna press this out, and you're gonna see it. And now we take it out and we kind of pull this up. Then you can always run this handle like this, so you don't have to remove it. And that's out. And now the panel is out. So what I did again, I just press on the 2 bottom corners, and then this one pop out, and then you just have to kind of lift it up a little bit. So you lift it up like this, then you remove it, you run the handle through this hole, so you don't have to remove the handle. And then in the back you just gonna see it's held by the wiring connector. So what you're gonna do is just start unplugging the connectors. So let's unplug the 2 connectors. As you see, I removed the 2 connectors, and then the door panel is out, and I'm going to sit the panel right here, over there. And in the back, let me just show you so you get a better idea. That's where I unplug the connectors. I unplug it from here and here, and then as you see the white pins, that's why we were pressing. And make sure all the white pins are there. Okay, like in this one you can see 1 pin is missing, but all the other pins are there. But if you go here to the door, what happens is that a lot of times the pins, they get stuck right here. In this case I don't see the pin, so maybe somebody opened this before and the pin is being missing. But anyways, it's just 1 pin, so it won't really affect it. Okay, so just make sure that all the pins are in the back of the panels. And like I say, if the pins are not there, just make sure they are not stuck here. If they are stuck here, you just take it out and then you put it on the door panel. So when you put it back, it's gonna be easier to install. Okay, and next we are going to remove the window motor. And now to remove this, we have to remove these 3 bolts right here. So it's gonna be 1, 2, and 3. Those 3 bolts hold the motor. And just to give you a better idea, this is the new part. So the 3 bolts, they hold the part of the motor, and you see this cable going through. This is the cable right here. So you also have to disconnect this connector, and then you have to remove 4 more bolts, which are this one, 2 up here and 2 right here, and those ones are for the mechanical part that comes in this new part. and that's the 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, and then the glass is held by this bracket. So if you come here, you're gonna remove the bolt brackets from these two holes right here. Okay, so right now, because of the window is not working, there are different ways that you can remove those two bolts. You can always go through here, you know, and go with like a ratchet, like with a branch 10 mm. But in this case, you can also try to lift this up. So what I do is, like, you lift this, and let's see if I can get it up like this, really carefully. You don't want to break the glass. And right now you can see the two bolts over there. And then to hold the glass in place, what I use is this door step, and then you're gonna place it right here. I just use this piece of carbon, but it's better idea to use these door steps, like a few of them, just to hold the window in place. But I'm going to be extra careful. And then now I have space to remove these two bolts, and those two bolts, they're gonna go here. So let's take it out. Okay, there is two bolts are removed. And then after removing these two bolts, you now can lift the glass all the way up. So I'm going to do that. Now I lift the glass all the way up. It was easier to do it because those two bolts were removed. Remember the bolts over there? And now I again lock it with the piece of carbon and a door step. And now I have more space here. The glass is now my way. And then I'm going to disconnect this one and remove 2, 4, and then the 3 bolts here. So it's going to be 5 bolts. Now I'm removing the last bolt, and after removing the 5 bolts, then you're gonna see like all this regulator and motor, which is one piece. It's gonna be very easy to remove this. So you just gotta find the way out. Okay, and as you see, guys, it's out. And here was the problem: the cable broke down and then it got stuck. That's why it was making that noise. So this part is trash now, and you can even see the white part, like the plastic, is broken. The motor is still okay, but at this point, because of the price of the part, it's better just to replace everything. If you only buy one piece, it's gonna be almost the same that you're gonna pay for the whole thing. And now we're gonna install the new part back the same way that we took it out from this bigger hole. So let's do it later. Sometimes it's tricky to install it back, but you just gotta find a way. There it is, the thing now. And then after it's in, I'm gonna grab the bolts and then try to guide this and just install it back. And after that, guys, you have to install the bolts. So it's 4 there and 3 here, but I didn't tie it yet. I just hand like install it a little bit, and then once all the bolts are in the right place, that's where you can tie the bolts. So make sure that you don't over tie it too. Okay, then after these bolts are tied, then you can carefully remove this door step, and with the other hand, of course, you have to hold the glass and bring it down really carefully and then you're gonna see the bolts. They are going to sit right here. Okay, you can see the bracket over there. I'm bringing down the glass, and you can see we'll align with the bracket. You can see that the bracket is aligned, so now you can install the bolts. Let's say like once you install the motor with the regulator, let's say that this bracket is all the way like down and you cannot see it, then what you are going to do is you just connect the motor. Let's connect this plug. There it is connected, and then what you are going to do is you're going to turn on the switch of the car, and then you can always plug the master switch from the door panel here, and then once you plug it in, you are going to control the motor, and you're gonna bring it up a little bit or whatever down if needed, and then you can align the bracket with the holes. Okay, so just remember, if this bracket is all the way down or all the way up, don't worry about it. You can always align it by connecting the motor and then connecting this to the door panel. So you have to connect it. Once it's here like the way it is, very easy to install the bolts, then you can always remove the panel again so you can work freely here. So in this case I'm good with that, so I'm going to install the 2 bolts back. To tighten it, let's say like if you don't want to move the panel and like it's not too bad position, and then say here, same here, you can go here and tighten it. So it's already tight, I just wanted to show you. And then after that we are going to install the plastic panel back, but it will be a good idea though to connect the switch only first, just to make sure everything is working fine, there is no noise. And then if you're happy with it, then you can always install the panel, because let's say that something is not aligned or is making a noise, you don't want to install the panel and then you have to remove it again. So just keep that in consideration before installing the panel back. Make sure everything is nice and smooth, and you can even hear the motor is really strong now, and it goes up and down very smooth. Everything is good with the window motor. Just make sure that you connect the plugs in the panel and then install the panel back. Okay guys, now it's in, and just make sure everything is connected and aligned. Okay, I will say that might be like kind of like the tougher part, because you just gotta like move around this, like go up and down. But after you install it, install all the Phillips screws back. Remember to install this part back, you just gotta press on this and that's it. Okay, gonna install the speaker back too. Don't forget the connector to connect the speaker back. I already tied all the bolts. Now installing the plastic covers back. This one they just press in really easy, and I already installed this one. Now I'm going to install this one, and now everything is installed back. Everything is working perfectly. I'm gonna start the engine because I want to make sure the battery is charged. And it will be a good idea also, guys, to give a nice clean to the glass when you are working. And that's it, guys. I hope you like this video. And now I'm going to enjoy a pizza, because the customer that I have with this car, he owns a pizza place. This is the back of his business, and every time I come here to fix his car, he always give me a pizza. So see you next Honda Element video. Bye bye. Pizza time. Facing down to the wave is amazing too.